How many genders are there?
2.
And they are?
Male, female.
But what about someone's right to tell you what their gender is?
No problem at all. You're going to tell me what your gender is, but in the world is less fucked world, I don't have to believe it. But I'm thrilled for you. Don't require me to think what you think.
Be bred to eat. It's not like we're just picking a random cow and killing it.
Just because that's their purpose that we forced upon them, does that justify murder?
Do we not force upon dogs to be pets as well? Do you have a dog? Do you have a pet dog?
Yes, I have a companion dog.
What kind of dog?
He's a Jack Russell.
How much did you pay for that?
I don't know, he's been in my family for 10 years, but I don't agree with breeding animals into existence.
So why did you?
So I wasn't vegan at that point in time. As a vegan, I would never pay for someone, buy a breeder or anything. I would rescue animals.
First of all, why in the blue hell is this woman naked around a high school kid? These people want to talk about morality, and I just want to let you all know she also has an OnlyFans. Vegan and feminist women are all the same. When they want to fight for a cause, all they do is get naked.
If you can change your gender, can you change your race?
No,
Why?
because that's just how you're born.
Isn't your gender how you're also just born?
Yeah, I see where you're getting with. No, you can't change your race. Race is your roots, where you were born with from, ages ago. So I
Isn't your gender what you're born with too?
That's true, but I think it's a different,
There's this thing that we call the brain, and the brain is used for thought, and it's beginning to seem like these people do not have a brain, or if they do have a brain, they don't seem to use it.
This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
That's why I need to be here. You need Jesus, ma'am. He can save you. He can give you a new heart. God can give you a new heart so that you love what God loves. No, that's irrational.
The community of love and inclusivity. The ABCD community don't care about love until you're one of their own.
So inclusion is a national security imperative.
We are screwed.
We fight today, and we are going to fight in the future using brain power.
Hello? Anybody home?
And if that brain, who's going to revolutionize the way we fight in space, we fight in cyber, just happens to be in a trans body, you should want them all serving alongside me.
No.
But it's inclusion that actually drives that.
I don't believe you.
Because you can bring people in, and if they don't feel safe to speak up, if they don't feel safe to bring their full selves to work,
Boy, do you sound soft.
you're not going to get the value of the diversity.
There's that word again.
So for us, it is absolutely critical to drive our future success as an organization and potentially on the battlefield.
Should trans women be included in feminist conversations? How about in women's spaces?
Yes, they're women. What's the question? Trans women are women.
So I want to come at this from the position of an athlete.
Oh, Jesus.
So I play semi-pro basketball, semi-pro volleyball. So when it comes to athletic spaces, I don't think that trans women should be allowed into athletic spaces. As female athletes, we work so incredibly hard for the little opportunity there is in women's sports.
Would this be a barrier for you?
There's no barrier. There's less opportunity in some industries.
That's what a barrier is.
There's less. And so it's like you're going to take the little opportunity that we're given. And the problem is we can't compete. We can't. I'm 6 foot. If I go up against a 6 foot guy and I play basketball with him, he's going to body me.
Have you tried confidence?
Eli, hold on, Minnie.
Sorry,
Eli.
confidence can't make me bench what a guy benches.
With the way these people like to change definitions and change words to mean things that they don't mean. Number one, I identify as a white woman. And number two, I'm going to start calling cars phones. That's how it works, right?
With the Trump sign, she doesn't like the Trump sign. She's anti-Trump. This apparently is an art, folks, this is an art major. She's an art major. Art is really going downhill.
I believe that he's gay.
Ask how he identifies.
How do you identify?
Actually, I identify as...
Oh, here we go. It's that long plethora of, oh my God.
Wait for it.
I will. Let me get a chair.
Before we get back into the video, I need everyone to turn on their post notifications so that you get notified whenever one of my videos come out. Like the video as much as possible, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitter at YinkaThatGuy. Let us get back into the video.
I just opened my TikTok app and my good up friend Pre just reminded me it's deadass Black History Month. Do you know what that means? All the whitey people, you're done for this month. I have my eyes on you. If we walking on the sidewalk and you walk past me, you're racist. If I catch y'all buying cotton at Target, I'm giving y'all the meanest side eye ever. Don't let me catch you eating none of the West Indian foods, bro. All the white people to the back of the bus. Don't even scream back door. Walk. Miss your stop and walk. I don't even want to see you in my provision.
These people want to be victims so bad, and they complain about everything and how everyone is racist and they're the superior race and they can't be racist. And I don't even know how that works when the definition of racism is being prejudiced against someone based on their race. These people just love to compete in the victim Olympics, and that's all it really is.
Hello. What do you have to say to the trans students on this campus who actively feel victimized by your presence here today?
Life's tough. Get a helmet, man. I'm too pregnant for this. Next question.
I think men and women have physical differences.
I think there are physical differences across the plane. We have differences. We're both women. Women's sports are highly competitive, often can compete with men at the same level and win.
What sports?
Like a woman playing against a man tennis player.
And in 1998, Serena and Venus Williams did exactly that. Or tried to. They challenged any professional male player to a match as long as they were outside of the top 200. The challenge was accepted by Karsten Brosch, who was ranked 203rd in the world. And the match was a close one. He beat Serena 6-1 and Venus 6-2.
It's a completely different sport. The men are a lot faster. They serve harder. They hit harder. It's just a different game. I only want to play girls because I don't want to be embarrassed.
It's always the people who don't play sports, and you can clearly see she has not engaged in sports in a long time, that have the most to say about who can compete against women in sports. This is not the type of person I would be taking advice on and whether men and women are different physically.
Do not appreciate being filmed for this.
Oh, he's not filmed. He identifies the camera. we just kind of, I'm glad it's funny to you.
It's just very confusing.
Hey, sir.
Yeah, let's get you guys
Could you not touch our camera? I appreciate
get out of here?
He identifies the camera. You just touched his ass. That's weird.
And I've saved the worst for last. Here is a trans activist desperate to get a uterus transplant, not because they want to give birth, but because they want to get an abortion.
Trans woman to have a successful uterus transplant, ovaries and eggs included, and I want to be the first trans woman to have an abortion.
I just want to ask you what you as a male, just like would guess you are a male, think you have the right to speak up and tell women what to do with their body?
Are men allowed to have opinions on moral topics?
Yeah, you are, of course, allowed to have opinions, but it's a really controversial opinion to tell a woman what to do with their body. You are a man, and it's not your field-based eye.
So if it's not your DNA, why is it your choice?
Of course, it's my body.
It happens to be temporarily in your body, but is it your being?
Yeah. 100%.
It is? Didn't the woman make a choice to have sex and then she should carry the responsibility that comes with it?
I think there are two people who should carry the responsibility, not only the woman.
Okay, wait, hold on. So then shouldn't a man be able to say, you can't have an abortion without my consent? I thought you said it was just a woman's issue.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's different because...
Oh, whoa, hold on. If a man and a woman both get a baby to be created, shouldn't a man have to approve and sign off on an abortion before it happens?
Definitely not.
Oh, why do you have to have it both ways?
I'm sure this is also the same type of person who talks about Black Lives Matter. But if we follow her logic, based on her logic, being a white person, you shouldn't be able to talk about Black Lives Matter. But I'm sure she did have a say in that as well.
I feel like denying trans people
life-saving care is a kind of rude thing to do.
Life-saving care?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so denying trans people their life-saving care is a rude thing to do.
Do you think it saves kids' lives to stop their bodies from going through puberty?
I think it does.
How come?
Because there's studies showing that, like, people who transition, who are pre-transitioning. How do I explain this?
It's okay, take your time. No pressure.
There are studies showing that children who are unable to transition, and keep in mind, most of the time they're not being given hormones at 13. They're given puberty blockers to stop them from going through what they feel is the wrong puberty.
Okay.
And their experience it. I don't want to have this conversation.
No. You're doing
great.
onto something. You want him to take it, or?
I mean, I'm going to be late to class.